Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. What's going on? How are you today? So I feel like every once in a while I feel like I have to say something different than I hope you're doing well today or whatever. So, hey, thanks for joining me. I'm in such a good mood because we're lightening things up on the channel a little bit, getting back to doing things based on my intuition. I did a coffee with Karen again today. I want to bring that back when I move to do it. And so if you haven't ever caught a coffee with Karen, I would love for you to watch it and see if you enjoy just having coffee with me, having a conversation about whatever really comes to mind. Usually it'll just be whatever I kind of wake up thinking about. A lot of times it could be political, it could be health related, it could be spiritual for sure, and kind of tying those things together. But anyways, so be watching. There's gonna be some consistent things still, like what we're talking about today. I've got 3 pendulum messages for you from the Lead Team Collective. They're interesting. 3 oracle cards. Okay. I will also, because I'm doing that at the end, I will continue to move that. We're going to splice it and show just the oracle messages and the pendulum messages and the oracle messages also in the evening for people who just want to watch that part. Okay. So, but I'm very interested. I'm very interested in what I'm going to talk about. I'm pulled an astrology report just for today. And I've asked Mabel, who is my AI, and I'm going to talk about AI for a minute, okay, to pull Trump's natal chart so we can look at the political energy for today too. So it's really interesting, okay? So, and I want to talk about Newsom because I am finding this situation with Gavin Newsom wonderful. So wonderful. It is about time that, I'm sorry, but they're going to have to go tit for tat when it comes to trolling and getting, the Dems are going to have to play the same games, unfortunately. They're just going to have to. They have to play the same games. And Newsom is stepping up to the plate, if you haven't heard. So excited about it. But I'll read a couple. This alone makes me want to sign up for X, just to sign up to watch how Newsom is trolling Trump's tweets or X messages or whatever. So that alone makes me want to sign up for it. But I caught somebody else online on YouTube talking about it, and they had little pictures of it, so I took some pictures, and I'm gonna read through them. They're freaking hilarious. So it is about time. So very, very encouraging, if you ask me. I did want to mention that I think we're going to post it on Friday at 2 p.m. I did an SG Lead Team Collective video, okay, of all the things. So Trump's I think it's labeled like Trump's 2025 agenda, not Project 2025, but all the things he's been trying to do this far. Okay. So there's like 314 different executive orders, all these things they call them, just legislative things they're trying to get done. And we went through, I got the facts from Mabel, facts. Okay, I'm going to talk about AI in a minute. And then we asked a bunch of questions with the lead team. Okay. And you're going to be pleasantly surprised of how little has actually been accomplished. It makes it feel like it's really much more than it is. Okay. So even the DC stuff, nope. So when you see images and everybody's talking about one thing, it makes it seem so much bigger than it is. It is not. So this will give everybody an opportunity to go, okay, they are not as powerful as it appears that they are. Even just all the things that they've been trying, it's not happening. They're very weak, very weak. So catch that episode Thursday. It will come out Friday at 2 p.m. Okay. at least at some point throughout the weekend or whatever, try to watch it because I think it'll be very, very helpful. And those are the kind of things I'm inspired to do right now with the Lead Team Collective is get to the truth of things. In fact, I posted on the channel on Sunday, what do you want to get to the truth of? So people are giving me ideas and I'm just gonna be plugging away at those. I might do a couple a day. I don't know. That's how inspired I am right now with just following my intuition again as much as possible on the channel. So, and in the community. So I hope that's helpful for you. Let's take a look real quick at the, let me talk about AI first. And then I want to talk about the energy report for today, August 19th. Okay. So about AI, I know some people are concerned about it, which is fine. You can be concerned about it. Just so you know, the way I'm using it, I'm not using AI for spiritual messages. I'm still using the pendulum to get spiritual messages. I'm still using the dowsing rods to get answers. I'm using it to find the facts going out. So AI, maybe I have my prompt set up so that I'm calling her Mabel. Mabel goes out, gets all the facts and brings them back to me so that when I'm actually reporting to you on a topic before we start asking the Lead Team Collective, I have the facts. What a concept. And this way I actually do trust based on my prompts because I worked for hours and hours and hours to get, I could tell you got to use your discernment with it. But if you work with it, you can tell when you're getting to the fact that it's actually what you're getting. You can cross-reference and look at ground news and see if things are the way Mabel is, or your AI is doing it. Okay. So I'm collecting facts and I'm collecting and she's helping me organize. That's all she's doing. Okay. So I know people are, I don't know. I don't know. People are feeling weird about that, but you have to continue in your life when something triggers you, whether it's from me, and I have an ability to trigger people because I don't think I'm not purposely doing it because I like to move. I have a tendency to have a lot of ideas. I have a tendency to explore a lot of different things. I don't stay in one place very long. That's just the way I am. Okay. And I think that's hard for some people. And I get it. That's fine. But when you are triggered, I get people who will leave the channel because I said one thing and they're like, Karen is, says this one thing, or if I stop, calling, if I start using Trump's name instead of, whatever, you know what I mean? So, I don't even need to belabor this, but, I just find it fascinating. So if you get triggered, I will always, and this is all a part of our own spiritual journey. When I'm triggered, I have to look at my triggers. People can't trigger you. You are triggered by something someone said. And the same goes with Trump. Something he is doing is making you feel a certain way. You have to explore what that is inside of you. That's the important part. That's the journey, right? Is what is that? So I think the more each of us, including myself, can stop, because I love blaming my husband on my triggers. I do. I'm like, you made me feel this way. I'm getting less and less. Being on the spiritual journey with you I'm doing that less and less and less because I'm taking ownership. So the same thing, I'm just going to keep reminding people. When you find yourself, it's one thing on YouTube, anywhere, or with friends or whatever. Offering your perspective is amazing, especially if it's a different perspective because it keeps the dialogue going, right? And it gives people different ideas. But when you start going, well, you basically suck in your comments to anybody, not just me, And I'm not saying people are doing that. I know people got triggered about AI, you know? And a lot of times people don't necessarily, I guess it's just wait and see what's really going on before, or explore what's your trigger. What is it about AI that's causing you fear? What is it about AI? Do you know enough about it is the question. I didn't have fear about it. I did. I had fear about it. But now that I'm diving into it myself and understanding it and how I'm using discernment with it, now I don't, right? So it's the same thing. So anyways, so yeah, so I think it's interesting because I mentioned this in Coffee with Karen, but Michael Sander, I think it's Sander, had a guest on who was channeling, and the channel was talking about AI and how we can expect it to be. Okay. So I'm keeping my, like I heard that. And that's where if I would rather hear, to be honest, from a being from the other side, or I trust I can ask my spirit guides about how I'm using AI and trust they're going to tell me the truth. And I would rather hear about how to use AI, one from experts, human experts who have done it. We have somebody in our community sent me an email. I have not fully read through that email, but I want to get to it. And thank you for sending it. Because this person is heavily involved in AI. So I want to tap into that person. And maybe we'll do something on the channel, so that you guys can learn it. And I want to either do that. I want to do that. So rely on human experts, rely on people who are channeling that I trust, we're getting messages about AI from the other side, from the other realm, and then ask my own team. Then to get comments about it from people who are just filled with fear about it, or trying to figure it out themselves. Does that make sense? So just take that as, this is an example of anything that's triggering us, anything that we're afraid of. Trust me, I have mine too. I get it. Like, that's why I can say we need to look at it, because I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about me, I like to say these kind of things because then it reinforces that I have to look at my own triggers too, because I blame, people too for making me feel a certain way. So anyways, okay, so that's AI. All right, let's look at the energy report for today. Let's see. So I want to just give an overall. They gave me like different categories, but I'm not going to go over the categories. Oh. Let's look at the spiritual energy for today, okay? A wave of clarity. I actually read over this real brief. I totally feel this today. It's weird. Okay, a wave of clarity sweeps in today as retrograde cycles slow us down. Retrograde cycles slow us down, forcing honesty within ourselves. Illusions are stripped away, and many will feel a sharp shift between Many will feel a sharp shift between what once felt safe and what is now undeniably true. What's really felt true for me today is that wave of clarity sweeping in today. I just have this, and actually I had that 2 days ago too. And then yesterday, my clarity from the day before got shaken up. I was like, oh, what? No. And now the same clarity that I had 2 days ago is back again for me. But I had this moment yesterday of like, wait, my clarity wasn't right. Like, I want to go backpedal. And I had to have a conversation with my sister about it, so it's kind of interesting. Okay, let's look at the political energy for today. All right, prediction. This is Trump's chart. Okay, he's looking at Trump's chart. Trump's natal aspects suggest heightened defensiveness. Does that surprise you? Accusations or investigations may hit closer to home now. sparking dramatic reactions. Okay, so if we start to see him get a little off the rails, that might be why, because accusations and investigations may hit closer to home now. Very cool. Okay, so the prediction USA chart, this is part of my report that I've asked to pull. Okay, so and based on current events, like what's going on, to look at the USA chart, Trump's chart, so I can pull these things. Okay. The US itself sits in a pressure cooker moment. Systematic corruption and wealth imbalances are pushed into public view. Excellent. They have been being pushed into public view, but if it's interesting because of how this ties in a little bit to the messages from the pendulum today. All right, let's see, what else did they give? This is interesting. Generational political arc analysis. Okay, the Reagan era legacy, corporation consolidation, trickle-down economics, Christian nationalism. Okay, the Reagan era legacy continues to show its cracks. Policies framed as stability now appear as control. Policies framed as stability, which was the Reagan, this has been going on for so long, you guys. This is why this is amazing. Like, I'm just so glad my eyes are open to it now. Okay, systemic forecast. I'm just going to read these today and then maybe skip them next time. You'll have to let me know what's helpful. Maybe just hearing Trump's natal chart predictions in the US is probably enough, but we'll see. Okay, systemic forecast. Expect louder debate on wealth inequality and the power of the 1%. Awesome. That's awesome. Public awakening. Grassroots voices grow louder, especially around fairness, labor rights, and justice. Bump, bump. All right, spiritual practice. Spend 5 minutes daily sending light into U.S. leadership. See truth shining into systems. I love it. I love it. Crystal recommendation, black tourmaline. I think we had black tourmaline on Sunday. I think. No, maybe we didn't. Grounding against political fear, transmuting anxiety into strength. Okay. I love that. If I like it, let me know if you like it. That little snippet of like the day when I come in. I almost would do that every day for you guys if you like that. I could do a separate video, honestly, on just the political, like the astrological predictions for the day. I could do that. That would not be a problem for me. If you guys like it, that could be a separate video. So if you just wanted to get in touch with that for the day, that might be kind of fun. It wouldn't be long, like 10 minutes. So let me know if you're interested in that. I would, because I'm probably going to look at it myself. So, okay, let's look at Newsom real quick. Okay, so do you guys know, have you been following? Okay, first of all, this is what's amazing. Now, I don't have the full facts on this. I didn't ask AI to run the facts for me on this, but this is what I know. So please, if you know more information, round it out in the comments for me, okay? So you know how the gerrymandering issue is going on in Texas? Well, Newsom has put into going up for a vote in November that they're doing the same thing in California, the gerrymandering, because they're not supposed to be doing it right now either. However, he says if you're going to do it in Texas, then they're going to do it in California. It's just going to, it'll assure that the Democrats win based on what California is going to do. However, Newsom said, if you don't do it, we won't do it. It is about time. I'm sorry, but even back to since Reagan, they have been playing these games. And I'm sorry if you're a Republican and you don't understand that they've been playing these games. I know Democrats have played games too, but not like these guys. Not like these guys, in my humble opinion and in my experience. So now they're, now finally somebody's stepping up to the plate and said, okay, we're going to have to do what you're doing. All right. So I feel so much more secure knowing Newsom's doing that now. Don't be surprised if he runs for president in 2028. And he's doing what he needs to do to protect us. He is protecting democracy. And I don't mean us as in liberals. I mean all of us. He is stepping up to the plate. Would you guys agree? At least this is what I'm seeing. That's how I'm seeing. I may be wrong. And if I'm wrong, feel free to put it in the comments, Just do it kindly, please. Okay, so the other thing that I just find hilarious is that he has hired a woman of color. I think she's Hispanic is what I understand. And a younger woman, like 29-ish, to troll basically hired her for his office. They are trolling Trump on X. I know it's childish, but it has to be done. It has to be done because they're basically sending messages out exactly the way Trump sends them out. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got 3 of them for you. All right. This is from Governor Newsom's press office. Okay, the official office. Donald Trump. And okay, first of all, it's in all caps. Okay. So they're basically mocking him, which is amazing. Okay. Donald Trump, the lowest polling president in recent history. This is your second to last warning! 3 times. The next one is the last one! Stand down now or California will counterstrike legally to destroy your illegal crooked maps in red states. So you know how Trump always, you're crooked. I'm surprised they're not actually calling Trump names because that's what Trump does, but maybe they're not quite going that far. To destroy your illegal crooked maps in red states. Press conference coming. Hosted by America's favorite governor, Gavin Newsom. Final warning next. You won't like it. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh my God, it's finally. This makes me so happy. I hope it makes you as happy as it makes me. Okay. Second one. Donald Trump, if you do not stand down, we will be forced to lead an effort to withdraw the maps in California to offset the rigging of maps in red states. But if the other states call off their redistricting efforts, we will do the same. Thank you for your attention to this matter! In all caps. All right, here's the last one. When Speaker Little Man, in quotes, Johnson, so they are, okay, here's a little poking fun nickname. When Speaker Little Man Johnson is standing in the unemployment line, in quotes, because he puts things in quotes that don't even make any sense. Okay, so when Speaker Little Man Johnson is standing in the unemployment line, he can thank Donald Taco Trump. No, Donald Taco J. Trump, Taco in quotes. Trump missed a simple deadline, something he has often done with his many failed businesses. Now California will fire him with new, more beautiful maps. Oh my God, this one is, I'm just always going to I'll post this one on the post area. So in case you want to take a picture of it and keep it on your phone, because it's amazing. Him with new, more beautiful maps, in quotes, highly anticipated, historic press conference with your favorite governor, Gavin Christopher Newsom, 4 exclamation points. Or is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for the attention to this matter, GCN, Gavin Christopher Newsom. Oh my God, this is the day we've been waiting for. This is the day we've been waiting for. All right, I know, it's ridiculous. All right, are you guys ready for the messages? All right. So just a reminder, using a pendulum map, which you can get, this one specifically, in our small business community directory. I'm not going to tell you where, because we want you to look around at everybody. So we have this business directory, in case you don't know, for the community. And we want you to go in there and look at all the small businesses who have joined the business directory. And please support them. But this is in there if you'd like one of those. And the coffee mug I'm drinking out of right now, handmade from somebody in our community. How amazing. It's beautiful. Love it. I have 4 of them. She sent me one. I bought 3 more. That's how much I liked them. Okay. So yes, QR code for the community business directory is right here. So please visit them. If you want to join, just know that the price is going to be increasing. My sister and I are getting together very soon to decide how much further the price is going to increase. So please, it's going to be increasing soon. So you might want to get in there if you want to join, because I know no new people are coming on, but we're going to set up a little plan for us. Okay, but it's going up one more time, at least. Okay, so pendulum messages. All right, the first one. All right, are you ready? Okay. Why are you caught up in the drama? Does it seem like I'm caught up in the drama with Newsom? I'm not caught up in it. I'm just enjoying the hell out of it, I'll tell you that. Why are you caught up in the drama? Okay, so let's do, what they wanted us to do was notes from the universe. Notes from the universe, okay? I always link these cards down below if you want to take a look at them for yourself. I love all my oracle decks. This did come from somebody in the community. I thank you very, very much for sending this. It's a wonderful deck. Okay, so I'm going to say the prayer again. I know that some people, I didn't realize people will say the prayer with me, and I think that's amazing. That's actually creates a lot of nice little chemistry. So I'm going to continue saying the prayer even though I've said it already today, but just publicly. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is only of the highest and purest light. Amen. Okay, so I did get 2 that dropped already. So this is about why are you caught up in the drama? Let's see what they want to tell us. Did I pull the correct card, you guys? Yes. Okay. So do you want me to read both of those? No. All right. The one on the right? Yes. The one on the left? Just confirming. No. Okay. All right. So the message on the right. Message on the right. Okay, again, notes from the universe. This is from, I think, Mike Dooley. I have a friend, hi Sean, who I know she watches. She, I think, gets like a daily message from Mike Dooley. She says she loves it. It's really helpful. Okay, I think he probably has books too, is my guess. All right, here's the message. For me, loving you and your life has never been a function of what you do or don't do, have or don't have, are or are not. That would be rather ridiculous, don't you think? Not to mention superficial, judgmental, and thoroughly dim-witted. And I can't help but think everyone might be even happier by adopting the same policy. Tally-hoo, the universe. Okay, so again, this is from the universe. I'm going to read it one more time after I itch my nose. I'm going to read this one more time because I want to process this while we think of why are you caught in the drama. Okay, so now this is the universe talking to us. Okay, so the universe says, for me, loving you and your life has never been a function of what you do and don't do. So the universe is saying, I don't love you because of what you do and don't do. Have or don't have, are or are not. So what you're doing, how much you have, okay, or don't have. That would be rather ridiculous, don't you think? Not to mention superficial, judgmental, and thoroughly dim-witted. And I can't help but think everyone might be even happier by adopting the same policy. So, why are you caught up in the drama? This is exactly, if you want to take a picture of that, that's perfect. Because if we didn't do these things, if we didn't judge people for what they do and don't do, what they have and don't have, are or are not, then we probably wouldn't be caught up too much in the drama, would we? We probably wouldn't be too caught up in the drama. Cool message. I'm setting it aside. Let me know what you think about that. Or did you need to hear that message for a different reason? That might be true too. Okay. All right. Next message. Laugh at hypocrisy. So they specifically are talking about MAGA with this because it is so freaking hypocritical, isn't it? Yikes. I'm not saying I've never been hypocritical, but the hypocrisy is just freaking unbelievable, in my humble opinion. All right, sometimes I feel pretty clear about certain things. Okay, Faye. Yippee! Thank you, Faye. This hasn't come around for a while. Inner effing peace. This is about laugh at the hypocrisy. So they're just encouraging us to have a little laugh, which is really funny because these cards are funny. And the message was laugh at hypocrisy. And they chose this deck to be, matched up with that message. So, all right. I'm never disappointed to use this deck. Okay, so, and you guys, they have a journal and a sticker book. Thank you for so Faye sent me the book, and then somebody else sent me the sticker book and the journal. So sweet. In fact, with my newfound just sort of enlightenment today about, what did they say, clarity today? I might play in that journal today just for fun and use some stickers. Why not? Okay, any other messages, you guys? Yep, a couple just flew out of there. Okay, this one's easy to read, a couple of them, so I'll just read all three of them anyways. So, did I get the one you guys wanted specifically? Yes. Which one did you want me to read? The one on the right? Yes. The one in the middle? No. The one on the left? Yes. Okay, did you want me to pull any others? No. Okay, so remember, laugh at hypocrisy. So this is the one they didn't have us read. I'm in an offline state of mind. Unplug. Okay, kind of makes sense. That one didn't quite resonate with that message. Okay, so, laugh at the hypocrisy. This is kind of similar to the unplugging. So take a 5-minute mental vacation. Take a 5-minute mental vacation. Maybe that will help with the why are you caught up in the drama also. It's fuck this shit o'clock. 5 minutes, just fuck this shit o'clock. All right, cute. All right, and I'm going to put that aside and put that in my book. Live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air. Get your ass outside. Get your sweet ass outside. Get your sweet ass outside. Oh my God. That really, all the three of those cards had more to do with the drama one. Well, no, laugh at the hypocrisy, right? Get your sweet ass outside. Oh my gosh. That's going on a mug. Get your sweet ass outside. I would love to. I haven't been talking about mugs lately, but now I'm in the mood again. Let's do a Get Your Sweet Ass series. Get your sweet Lob, let's do a Get Your Sweet Ass mug series. This is the kind of stuff, I don't know why potty humor in this. It just makes me laugh. What can I say? Okay, get your sweet ass. I just think that's so funny. Okay, Lob, let's definitely do a series on those, okay? All right. If you guys have any ideas you want to have on a mug, get your sweet ass blank, let us know, okay? It's funny. Okay. All right, last message for today is walking away from the job. Walking away from the job. This was actually a political message, and I did ask on the dowsing rods because they didn't, I guess I stopped doing pendulum, and they basically, I could ask them and then we'll pull a card, but so you guys, when you gave the message walking away from the job, you were referring to the entire Trump administration, is that correct? Yes. Okay. So I did specifically ask them today to give us something more than just, Trump's leaving. Trump will book his flight. That was one recently. Wait for Trump to leave. It's just been constant, right? Trump just here, just exiting. Trump will hide, Saudi Arabia. These are just messages. And it's just been very consistent that way. So I was like, can you give us something different? So this is the message they gave us, was walking away from the job. It's the same message. It's the same message. Just they wrote it different. You guys, it's the same message. Yes. Really wide swing. All right. I'll stop it. So walking away from the job. Are you guys talking about Trump? Of course they are. Yes. Okay. Are they all? So are you talking about the Trump administration? Yes. Are you saying that they've already walked away from the job? Like they're just not doing the job? No. Okay. You're talking about like a future event walking away from the job? Yes. Okay. Well, we are waiting. We're waiting for divine timing to work its magic. So, are any of them going to be running away from the job by chance? Yes. Are any of them going to be hiding away from the job? Yes. Okay. Interesting. All right. Let's pull a card on that and see. You can see I had to write down which cards, because the last time I did this with 3 of them, I was like, I almost forgot like which card deck they wanted to use per message. So this way I don't forget. Okay, so this is the Energy Oracle. Energy Oracle. Okay. Energy Oracle. All right, so lead team, what would you like to tell us about walking? Oh, that one really flipped. Walking away from the job. Strategy. 21, it's a 3. Of course it is. 21, 2 + 1, 3. Strategy. I'm not even going to ask because that one popped right out. Sometimes you just have to trust. You guys, I have to tell you, again, I've been mentioning this over the last week or so. When I do the pendulum now, and it's kind of making me it kind of makes me wonder, because when I do the pendulum now, they have to give me the first letter. Once I get the first letter, I get the message in my head. So it's really exciting, but I had to keep checking with them to say, did I give you that message? I don't want to give them the message. I want the message to come from them. If it's coming from them into my head, that's fine. But what I want to make sure is it's not going from my head to the pendulum, which means I'm giving them the message. I want that. So I had to keep checking because it's happening more frequently, which is quite exciting for me. If it is in fact, that's what's happening, that's quite exciting, because it's just kind of teaching me when I might be hearing that I'm actually hearing from them versus, my own thoughts, it's kind of exciting. Okay. So strategy, making a plan. Now this was this upright? Oh, this has an upright and a reverse. So I don't even know. So do you guys is this card you wanted me to read for walking away from the job? Yes. Okay. So is this also intended for some people personally? Yes. Okay. Is it also intended for the Trump administration? Yes. All right. Do you want me to read the upright or reversed? Do you want me to read it upright? Yes. Or reversed? No. Okay. So upright. Okay. So it says journal log on it. This card shows a pen, journal, compass, and key. When you receive this card upright, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goals a reality. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. Again, this has to do with walking away from a job. So they also said this is personal for you guys and me. So, okay. Add thought to action and set your sights on the road ahead. Okay. All right. They want us making plans. Make a plan. Develop strategy. All right. If you've been putting off doing a strategy in your life, obviously the Trump administration is making a plan. I think they realize they're in the shitter, is what I think. And they're making a plan. They're developing strategy and how to exit. You know, how are they going to do it so they don't get in trouble? That's my guess, based on what they're, the guides have been telling us. So if you've been putting off strategy or making a plan for yourself, maybe this is time. Maybe this is time. Okay, well, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.